If I did a thing, if I did a thing, if I did a thing, the tide line marks where the sea once was and where it will return. A streak of foam and broken shells, a lesson I still learn. I walk along its edge at dawn when the water's pulled away, and I think about the boundary of the night and of the day. The tide line is the memory of where the water stayed, a line that holds the push and pull of all the waves that play. It doesn't mark a border, it marks a coming back. The tide line is the only line that knows the ocean's track. I watch the water rise again and cover up the line. The shells and foam disappeared as if they were a sign. I thought about the lines I draw and how they fade away. The places where I set my mark and what I choose to say. The tide line is the memory of where the water stayed, a line that holds the push and pull of all the waves that play. It doesn't mark a border, it marks a coming back. The tide line is the only line that knows the ocean's track. I used to think the tide line was a place where things would end, but the tide line taught me that the ending is a bend. The tide line is not a line at all, it's the place where water learns to come and go and come again, and the shore that always turns. I am the tide line, wet and dry, between the land and sea, and I don't need to hold the tide to know it comes for me. The tide line marks where the sea once was, and I stand where it goes. Wherever it goes, the dust settles on the books I read last year, maybe the year before. I run my finger across the spine and watch it rise once more. It doesn't stay, it doesn't leave, it just moves to where it's going. A slow and silent dance that knows the art of not knowing. The dust settles where it needs to be, not where I sweep or clean. It finds the corners, finds the cracks, the places in between. It doesn't ask, it doesn't leave, it just waits until the wind decides to move it on again, and then it will begin. I used to fight it with a claw, sprays that smell like pine. But the dust would always find its way back to the same design. Now I watch it like a friend who comes to sit with me, a quiet layer of where I've been and where I've yet to be. The dust settles where it needs to be. Now where I sweep or clean, it finds the corners, finds the cracks, the places in between. It doesn't ask, it doesn't leave, it just waits until the wind decides to move it on again, and then it will be begin. I used to think that dust was dirt, a thing I had to clear. But the dust settled in my chest and taught me to stay here. The dust settles and so do I, not in a final way, but in the way the particles decide to pause and stay. I'll let it rest on what I've read and what I haven't yet. The dust settles and I am dust, and I am not upset. The dust settles on the books I read, and I let it be. I felt the turn in me last fall, the day the light went flat. I stopped expecting what would come and started where I was at. It wasn't loud, it wasn't sudden, just a shift beneath the skin, a place where all the waiting stopped and I could let it in. The turn in me is not a change, it's not a different way. It's the place where all the quiet things learn how to have their say. It doesn't move me anywhere, it doesn't shift the ground. The turn in me just lets me be the thing I was before I turned around. I used to think a turn was loud, a break in a crack, a cry, but mine was soft, a hand let go, a closing of the eye. I turned and saw the other side of what I used to fear, and found that what I left behind was still turn in me is not a change, it's not a different way. It's the place where all the quiet things learn how to have their say. It doesn't move me anywhere, it doesn't shift the ground. The turn in me just lets me be the thing I was before I turned around. Facing away from what I knew, but the turn I made stayed close. brought the old into the new. The turn in me is the only thing that hasn't changed at all. It stays inside the middle where the small and quiet fall. Not a pivot, not a shift, just a settling of weight. The turn in me is how I know I'm standing in my own gate. The turn in me is still, and I am still with it. Wind left something on the step, a leaf, a seed, a bit of dust. I don't know what it meant to bring, but I know I'll watch it rust. It wasn't there when I went out, but when I came back in, the wind had placed a quiet thing where my footstep would begin. The wind left what it couldn't hold, a trace of something not its own. I'll let it sit, I'll let it stay, until it's scattered or blown away. The wind left and I'm still here, with what it brought and left so near. I picked it up and held it close, to see what I could find. But the wind had taken all the words and left the shape behind. I put it back where I had found it, on the step where it was laid. The wind had done its work and gone, and I was not afraid. The wind left what it couldn't hold, a trace of something not its own. I'll let it sit, I'll let it stay, until it's scattered or blown away. The wind left and I'm still here, with what it brought and left so near. I used to think the wind was just a moving of the air, but it's a carrier of things that end up anywhere. The wind left and I let it go, not the thing it brought, but the need to know what it was doing, where it went. The wind doesn't need to be understood, it's just a movement. I'll keep the leaf, the seed, the dust, not as a message, but as a trust, that the wind left what it couldn't keep, and I can leave it on the step. The wind left and I'm still here, and that's enough. The fence line runs behind the house, through trees I used to climb. I walked it once, I walk it now, and lose the same old time. The posts are leaning, wires loose, but something keeps it standing. Maybe it's the memory of a hand that kept on landing. The fence line stays where it's always been, even when the wood gives in. It's not a wall, it's not a door, it's just a mark on the floor. I traced it with my finger once to feel the rust and grain. And I thought about the hands that built it through sun and through rain. I don't know who put it there or when they drove the post, but I know it's been here longer than most of what I've known. The fence line stays where it's always been, even when the wood gives in. It's not a wall, it's not a door, it's just a mark on the floor of where the yard decides to end and where the field begins again. I used to think the fence was there to keep things in their place, but the fence line is the only thing that knows the field's true face. The fence line doesn't hold me in, it doesn't hold me out. It's just the line I walk along when I have my doubt. It tells me where the yard I know stops being what I own. And the fence line is the only line that's ever brought me home. The fence line stays, the fence line stays, and I stay where it goes. The stillness in the room tonight is not the kind you find when everything is gone to sleep. It's the kind that stays behind. A chair that isn't being sat in, a glass that isn't raised, the quiet that isn't quiet. It's the absence of the phrase. The stillness is not empty, it's not the lack of sound, it's the place where things were moving. Now they're not around, it holds the shape of what just left and waits for what comes next. The stillness is not nothing, it's the space between the text. I sat in the room for an hour and watched the stillness grow. It filled the corner slowly like a tide I'd come to know. I tried to break it once or twice with a word, a breath, a turn, but the stillness held its ground and said, stay, it's your turn to learn. The stillness is not empty, it's not the lack of sound, it's the place where things were moving. Now they're not around, it holds the shape of what just left and waits for what comes next. The stillness is not nothing, it's the space between the text. I used to think that stillness was a pause I had to fill, but stillness is the only thing that lets the room be still. The stillness is, and I am still, not because I stopped, but because I finally will, to let the room hold what it holds, to let the quiet stay runs behind the hill where I used to run as a child. The ruts are deep, the grass is tall, but the road is still there, mild. I walked it once when I was young, found my way back home. Not because it led me somewhere, but because I walked it alone. The dirt road is not a road, it's a line that holds the ground, where the wheels have been and the feet have found a way to go. And the pavement ends, a way to come back home again. It doesn't lead, it doesn't guide, it just stays open side to side. I drove it once in my first car. The dust flew up behind. I thought I was leaving something then, but I was only changing my mind. The dirt road doesn't care who walks or who drives or who stays still. It just holds the marks of everyone and lets the grass grow where it will. The dirt road is not a road, it's a line that holds the ground, where the wheels have been and the feet have found a way to go. When the pavement ends, a way to come back home again. It doesn't lead, it doesn't guide, it just stays open side to side. I used to think a road was made to take you to a place, but the dirt road taught me that the road is a space. Looking for the signs and started listening to the talk of the stones and the grass and the open sky and the quiet underneath. The dirt road is the only road that never asks me to leave. The dirt road stays where it's always been, and I stay where it goes. The wood pile sits against the shed. Some split, some round, some wet. I stacked it there 2 falls ago, and I haven't burned it yet. It's season now, or so they say, but I keep it where it stands. A pyramid of what was once a tree with open hands. The wood pile is not for burning, it's for the shape it makes. A stack of what was standing before the earth could take. It holds the rings, it holds the years, it holds the quiet of the cut. The wood pile is the only thing that doesn't ask me to combust. I take a piece and weigh it once to feel the heft of what I save. The grain tight, the bark is rough, align the forest gate. I think about the winter when I'll finally light the fire, but I think I'll keep the wood pile whole and let the cold grow higher. The wood pile is not for burning, it's for the shape it makes. A stack of where we're standing before the earth could take. It holds the rings, it holds the years, it holds the quiet of the cut. The wood pile is the only thing that doesn't ask me to combust. I used to think that fire was the way to let things go, but the wood pile taught me that the holding is a glow. The wood pile stays through summer rain, through snow and through the thaw. It doesn't change, it doesn't burn, it just holds what it saw. I'll let it stand until the wood decides to fall apart. The wood pile is the keeping in, not the leaving of the heart. The wood pile sits against the shed and I sit next to it. The wood pile sits against the shed and I sit next to it. The rain left a mark on the window pane, a street that curves and bends. I watched it for a week now, and I don't want it to end. It's not a crack, it's not a scratch, just a line the water drew. A path it chose to wander down before the morning blue. The rain mark is not a flaw, it's the shape of where the water went, a map of what the sky once was before the clouds were spent. It doesn't try to be anything, it just follows where it's led. The rain mark is the only thing that stays when the rain has fled. I try to trace it with my finger to feel its crooked line, but my hand was warm and dry, and the mark was not mine. I left it there and walked away, and when I came back in, the mark was still the same old shape, and I let it begin. The rain mark is not a flaw, it's the shape of where the water went, a map of what the sky once was before the clouds were spent. It doesn't try to be anything, it just follows where it's led. kind that doesn't fade. Not a scar, not a memory, just a path the water made. And when the sun comes through the glass, it holds it for a while. The rain mark is the only thing that makes the window smile. Porch light stays on all night long, even when I'm not home. I never asked it to, it just decides to stay alone. It flickers once when the wind is high, then settles back to gold. A small and steady witness to the dark and to the cold. Porch light, what do you see? The moss that danced, the keys I dropped, the person I used to be. You burn for no one, burn for all, a quiet yellow claim. Porch light, you're the only thing that stays the same. When I remember, which isn't very often, but it finds its way back on again. Like a promise I can't soften. I think it knows the shape of me, the way I walk up slow, the way I pause before the door, the way I let things go. Porch light, what do you see? The moss that danced, the keys I dropped, the person I used to be. You burn for no one, burn for all, a quiet yellow claim. Porch light, you're the only thing that stays the same. I used to think a porch light was a welcome for the guest, but the porch light taught me it's a welcome for the rest. Porch light, stay on for me, not to light the way I go, but to mark the place I'll be. I don't need you to show the path, I just need you to glow. Porch light, you're the home I've come to know. The porch light stays on all night long, and I stay where it goes. Found a nail in the yard day, bent and brown with rust. It must have fallen from the fence that the wind had turned to dust. I picked it up and held it close to feel its weight and age. It wasn't sharp, it wasn't straight, just a line across the page. A rusty nail is not a tool, it's a thing that used to hold a piece of wood, a piece of time, a story that got old. It doesn't wait, it doesn't hope, it just lies where it fell. The rusty nail couldn't hide. The rusty nail is not a tool, it's a thing that used to hold a piece of wood, a piece of time. A story that got old, it doesn't wait, it doesn't hope, it just lies where it fell. The rusty nail is the only thing that knows the fence it knew so well. Ooh, 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 ooh. I used to think that nails were meant to keep things in their place, but the rusty nail taught me that even nails know grace. The rusty nail stays on my shelf, a reminder of the fence that held the yard together. And the years that have gone hence, it doesn't need to hold again, it just needs to be seen. The rusty nail is not a nail, it's the place where things have been. The rusty nail sits on the shelf, and I sit next to it. The wind came through the window screen and touched the papers on my desk. It lifted one and set it down and left the rest. I watched it move across the room, a shape that had no name. It didn't stay, it didn't leave, it just rearranged the same. Wind's hand, what do you carry? The dust from the road, the scent of a berry, the sound of a name I forgot to say. You touch and you're gone the same day. Wind's hand, you hold what you can't contain. I opened the window wider then to let the whole thing in. It circled once around the room and settled on my skin. I felt the pressure of its palm, the weight of what it knew. A hand that's always moving is the hand that holds you true. Wind's hand, what do you carry? The dust from the road, the scent of a berry, the sound of a name I forgot to say. You touch and you're gone the same day. Wind's hand, you hold what you can't contain. I used to think that wind was just the movement of the air, but the wind's hand taught me that it's a way of being there. Wind's hand, I don't need to hold you, I just need to feel you pass across the room, across my skin, across the blades of grass. You take what I can't carry, you leave what I can't keep. Wind's hand, you're the breath I don't have. came through the window screen and I let it be. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Held a stone in my hand today, smooth and gray and still. It didn't speak, it didn't move, it just let me feel the chill. I thought about the river that once shaped its edges thin. 1,000 years of water before I held it in. The stone knows what the water knows. It holds the shape of the flow. It knows the weight of the years. It knows the calm after the fear. It doesn't speak, it doesn't ask. It just holds the memory of the past. The stone knows, the stone stays in its quiet ancient way. I put it on the windowsill and watch the morning come. The light moved slowly down its face and the stone stood still as stone. I thought about the mountains that crumbled into sand. Stone was born from breaking, and I held it in my hand. The stone knows what the water knows. It holds the shape of the flow. It knows the weight of the years. It knows the calm after the fear. It doesn't speak, it doesn't ask. It just holds the memory of the past. The stone knows, the stone stays in its quiet ancient way. I used to think that stones were dead, a thing without a voice. But the stone taught me that the stillness is a choice. The stone knows more than I ever will, about the river and the hill, about the fall and the rise, about the open of the eyes. It doesn't need to move to change, it just needs to wait and arrange. The stone knows, and now I know that the quiet is the way to go. The stone stays on the windowsill, and I stay next to it. was something I had to force, but the leaf taught me that letting go is a source. The leaf let go and so will I, not because I'm tired, but because I know the ground is what I have desired. It's not a fall, it's not a loss, it's a way of coming home. The leaf let go and I will too, and I will not be alone. The leaf is on the ground today, and I am on my way. Yeah. The creek bed runs behind the house where water used to flow. I walk along it in the dry and watch where it would go. The stones are smooth, the sand is fine. A path that once was wet, I trace the line with my own hand and feel the water's dead. The creek bed is the memory of water that has passed. It holds the shape of every flood and every drop that's passed. It doesn't wait for rain to come, it doesn't ask for more. The creek bed is the quiet proof that water's been before. I stood there when the rain came back and watched it fill the line. The water found its own way home and made the creek bed shine. I thought about the times I've tried and felt I lost my way, but the creek bed taught me that the water comes to stay. The creek bed is the memory of water that has passed. It holds the shape of every flood and every drop that's passed. It doesn't wait for rain to come, it doesn't ask for more. The creek bed is the quiet proof that water's been before. I used to think that when the water left, the bed was just a scar, but the creek bed taught me that the shape is where you are. The creek bed holds a line of what is coming, gone and past. It doesn't need the water now to know that it will last. I am the creek bed, dry and still when the water's gone away. I hold the shape of what I've held and I wait for the rain's day. Behind the house, and I run with it too. The fire burned all through the night and left a bed of gray. I stirred the ashes with a stick and watched them drift away. The heat was gone, the glow had fled, but something still remained. A pile of what the flames had touched and what they couldn't tame. final, it's just the shape of what was vital. The ashes cool and I stay still to watch the heat become the chill. I knelt beside the fire pit and sifted through the dust, a piece of wood that held its shape, a memory of trust. I thought about the heat I've held, the fires I've let burn out, the ashes that I've left behind, and the ones I've learned about. The ashes cool, the fire's through, but the embers hold a spark, a warmth that doesn't need the flame to leave its mark. It's not the end, it's not the final, it's just the shape of what was vital. The ashes cool and I stay still to watch the heat become the chill. I used to think that ashes meant that nothing more could grow, but the ashes taught me that the cooling is the show. The ashes cool and so do I, not because the fire's gone, but because I've learned to hold the warmth that lingers on. The fire will come again, I know, to burn the brush and start the show. But for now, the ashes cool and I stay with what they know. Frost line runs along the grass where the cold meets the ground. I trace it with my fingertip and feel the world slow down. The blades are stiff, the tips are wide, a border that was drawn by something that I cannot see, but feel before the dawn. The frost line is the place where the warm air meets the cold, a line that holds the memory of what the night has told. It doesn't break, it doesn't bend, it just stays where it began. The frost line is the only line that shows me where I am. I watch it creep across the yard as the sun begins to climb. It shrinks back to the shadow parts and leaves the grass behind. I think about the lines I draw between what's warm and what's not, the places where I hold my ground, places I forgot. The frost line is a place where the warm air meets the cold, a line that holds a memory of what the night has told. It doesn't break, it doesn't bend, it just stays where it began. The frost line is the only line that shows me where I am. I used to think the frost line was a border I could cross, but the frost line taught me that the border is a loss. The frost line stays where it belongs, between the night and the day. It doesn't ask me to decide, it just shows me the way. I am the frost line holding